Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the woods. My name's David Buddha. Um, I'm going to show you all how to make a pretty cool chicken automatic feeder. What you need is a 5-gallon bucket, a painter's tray, a couple ratchets with the proper size sockets on it so you can tighten up a bolt, a nut, a bolt, and a washer, a drill, and a hole saw. And I found these cool lids at Lowe's. They're called Mighty Tough lids. And what's really cool about them is they got seals on the insides right here. You can see that black seal in there. And the middle unscrews, and it also seals on the top. So I was just walking through Lowe's and I said, well, we're going to make another feeder. Holly said, let's make another feeder. I said, okay, we need another one. So she said, we can do it out of a 5-gallon bucket. And I said, okay. Well, as I was walking through Lowe's, I came across the paint tray, and lo and behold, the bucket will sit right in that paint tray, and it will give you a nice tray for the chickens to eat out of. It's washable. So I said, man, it just came to me. It was just a good idea. I was like, let's try that. So I'm going to share it all with you, and let's begin. So I've already pre-drilled the holes in this bucket. So I just put 2 holes in it. I've already built one of these, and it's working great for us. I've already put, I've pre-done the work already, so this video wouldn't be so long. But I pre-drilled 2 holes. I used a 2-inch hole saw. You can use whatever size you want. I think the 2-inch works fine. Because it just depends on how much feed you want to let out in your tray. So, but that's why I used the 2-inch hole saw. I also just found a bolt that would work with my hole saw drill, so I didn't have to keep changing bits. So I went ahead, and what I did was I flipped my bucket over like this. I put my tray on top of the bucket, and then I just drilled through both of them at one time, at the same time. So, and all I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to get my holes lined up here where I just drilled. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put my bolt through this. Put my bolt through here. Of course, it's got a burr on it, of course, so I'm just going to try to screw it through in there, thread it in, which is fine because it'll be tighter. Let me see if I can thread this in with a ratchet. I don't even know what size bolt this is. You can use whatever size you need, whatever size you want to. It's just you know, neither here nor there. So as long as it holds the bucket to the tray, it'll be fine. Got that going through, and now I'm just going to line it up over here. Find out what lines up right here. There we go. Now I got it lined up. I'm just going to tighten it down in there. I'm going to take my nut and washer and put it on the inside of the bucket. This takes maybe 5 minutes to make. It's not hard to do at all. And it's a great, like I said, a great little feeder if you're looking for a good automatic feeder. The chickens don't make a big mess with it. Like I said, you can wash the tray. There's just a lot of benefits to it. Looks like I got to go farther in here. And it looks like when they're eating out of it, it's like, I think there's a lot less spillage. You know how chickens are they're messy eaters, right? They like to peck all the feed out of the pan. So there's a lot less of that I've noticed. There's a lot less feed on the ground, a lot less getting wasted. So, and if you're like me, your time is valuable. So filling one of these up every couple days, every few days is easier than doing a little bit every day. So, all right, I got my bolt in there. Turn my holes that way. Tighten our bolt up. Now we got the bucket attached to our paint tray. All we're going to do, snap this lid on our bucket. And that creates a seal around the edge of the 5-gallon bucket here. And then, like I said, this side here is sealed. That little black O-ring right there seals it here, and keeps your feed dry, and it just screws right on, and that's it. Now you got a 5-gallon automatic feeder, and I'm going to take you over to where we're using it at, and I'll show you what it looks like in action. So this was just I don't know if I'm the first guy that ever thought of this. I couldn't tell you. I'm just saying, I just like passing on cool little hacks because, you know, we're all in this together. So I think it was, I was just walking through Lowe's and I'm just looking for something to use as a bottom tray so the feed wouldn't get all over the place, and, you know, something to contain it as they ate. So I'm going to bring you over to these guys here. That's Midas. Where's he at? There he is. Hey, Midas. And then I'll show you what their feeder looks like here. So there's the feeder. And you can see there's not a lot of spillage on the ground. There's some, but there's not a lot. So, but that's what it looks like when it's filled. So, just a cool little idea. I know I've had people ask me if I have automatic feeders, and yeah, I do. I'll show you another design that we got that I don't. It's not as good. You'll see the chicken. There's a lot of feed on the ground. It was just something I came up with. Now this is a whole lot bigger. This is like a 30-gallon feeder, and you can see it's messy, you know. Yeah, I see you, buddy. But that's a 30. I think it's 30 gallons. It'll hold 100 pounds of feed. I don't got to fill it up as much, but, you know, and it works for me. It is working for me, but I think this idea with the 5-gallon bucket is a lot less messy, a lot less wasted feed on the ground. So that's what I think we're going to go with for now on, is these little 5-gallon feeders. They're easier to manage. And I like those little lids that I found at Lowe's, because those like I said, that was the kind of the game changer, because now you don't have to keep unsnapping a lid off the 5-gallon bucket and stuff. It just gets annoying. Now you just unscrew it, so, and it's sealed. It keeps your feed dry. So there you go, my 5-minute hack of making an automatic feeder. So anyway, real easy to build, doesn't take no time at all. I think I got actually these screw-on lids are kind of pricey. They're $9, but I think $9 is worth it. The paint tray itself, you were looking at maybe $5, and the bucket, of course, I had laying around. I don't know what buckets cost at Lowe's, a few bucks, $5, $6 maybe. So for, let's see, 20-some dollars, you got a decent feeder. So anyway, y'all, I just thought I'd share that with you. I hope you enjoy your day, and we'll see you next time in the woods.